Hello, it's 7 o'clock on a Monday morning and I am here in misty Milngavie. I'm about to start walking the West Highland Way. I'm going to try and do it quite fast. Don't know how long it'll take. I don't want to say because I'm probably going to end up cursing it. But yeah, just walking down the main street, going to head towards the wee obelisk and the big magic archway and get cracking. Weird kind of low-lying mist down over Milngavie this morning. Just seems to be a local thing. I'm sure that'll clear in a minute. It was really nice and sunny at Partick when I left, so yeah. So that's me just got to the first wee spicy climb. You can see that kind of low-lying cloud here. Get a spicy wee kick, that. Nice one to get the legs warmed up the way. So for this big first section here, we're just cutting through Milngavie Country Park, just kind of on the edge of Milngavie, on the edge of Glasgow. It's all fairly kind of civilised at this point. As you can maybe see, it's just all kind of fairly straightforward, kind of easy gravel path. Yeah, I know the route fairly well. I've done it, this is my third time trying it, I guess. I've done it twice before. Walked it once back in about 2011-ish, I think, I can't remember. Over about 6 days, and in 2024 I ran it as part of the West Highland Way race, which is in about 25 and a wee bit hours, 25:40 I think. Get some nice misty low-lying atmospherics there on Craigallon Loch for us. Nice start. So it's just coming out of Milngavie Country Park now, heading up towards the wee settlement of Carbeth with all its magic wee huts. Weather's clearing up quite nicely. Forecast is looking pretty variable over the next couple of days, so yeah, I'll see. This is enjoy it while it's like this. It might not be like this for a long time, but okay, only 92 miles to go. Nice. So that's me just over an hour in now. Just got past Carbeth, over the wee road at Ballyclary through the gate, and this is one of my favourite wee bits here, because if I turn the camera around, you see we get a nice view of Dumgoyne ahead. It's just hiding in the cloud there, but it is there, it is nice. Okay, so I've been walking for about an hour and 40 odd minutes now, and we're just approaching the beech tree, which promises bar, food, drinks and animals, which if you think that's a bit weird, don't worry. They just have a wee zoo type situation with some very cute wee ponies beside the track, so that's always nice. Hello wee small pals, how are you doing? Okay, now for the fun part, crossing over the main road here. I'm just going to wait. Alright, and we're good to go. Yeah, this bit's not the most exciting, to be honest. This is just kind of like flat gravel path through between fields and stuff like that. Again, you've got that nice view of Dumgoyne behind me there to kind of keep you going a wee bit, but yeah, I think at one point as you pass below Killearn, you pass by like a sewage works and things like that. Yeah, this bit's a fairly dull stretch between Killearn and Drimmen. It's mostly just tarmac, which is not the nicest on the feet. Now I have a really nice memory of this bit from doing the West Highland Way race in 2024. You run through here in the dark at some like ungodly hour in the morning. I remember this beat being really beautiful because it's all dark and you're just running with your head torch, and there's loads and loads of bats everywhere down here because obviously this is like midgie and general insect city down here. So yeah, running along here in the dark with my head torch on, wee bats absolutely everywhere. That was cool. Okay, so this bit is one to file under the slightly less fun parts of the West Highland Way category. Just walking along the side of an A road here. Thankfully it's not long, it's only a couple of 100 metres. Yeah, as you can see, trucks, motorhomes and all sorts of stuff just zipping right by your shoulder. But this is the end of the boring bit. And if I turn the camera around here, you'll see this little sign taking me up this way. This is the start of the kind of funner bit. You can maybe just see that little lump over there behind the trees. That is Conic Hill. And Conic Hill is the next kind of like major landmark to tick off. So bit of climbing here, bit of height to gain. Over Conic Hill and down at the Balmaha. So that'll be my first kind of major milestone of the day ticked off. It's currently just over 3 hours I've been going, 10 o'clock in the morning, and just approaching just short of 20 kilometres done. So quite happy with my pace, quite happy with how it's going. But like I say, that was all the easy bit out of the way. Alright, so just over there behind the trees, you can maybe see Conic Hill looming larger a little bit, becoming a bit more clear. This little stretch here, I have a funny feeling this is maybe where I camped in 2011, somewhere around here. It looks kind of weirdly familiar. Of course, I can't remember exactly where it was because it was 2011 and we didn't have GPS and all that kind of stuff back then. I wasn't using a Garmin, so don't have a track of it, but yeah. So that's me just getting towards the top of Conic Hill now. Pretty busy, lots of people out. I think I'm maybe catching a lot of people who are on their second day now. It's me up to just over 28k and I've been going for 4.5 hours nearly. Yeah, so I'm just going to get up to the Beinglas here. I'm going to drop my pack and nip up to the summit of the hill just because you get a nice view. Hi, so the summit of Conic Hill, plenty busy. Okay, so the pack's back on now. It was nice feeling like I could fly without the pack for like 5 minutes up to the top of the hill there. But now the pack's back on and we're onto the crazy paving, the bit that nobody likes. Thankfully it is pretty dry. Okay, so I've just had my lunch in Balmaha and now I'm here at one of the absolute highlights of the entire thing. The magic Scottish water top-up taps. Whoop, slightly over-topped it up there, but yeah, these are great. There's one at the start at Milngavie. There's this one here. I don't know how many others there are along the route. There's maybe one at Tyndrum, but yeah, good little spot for filling up bottles with. Okay, so that's my belly filled up with the rolling sausage again. My water bottles are filled up with Scottish water top-up tap water. And I'm out of Balmaha and back on the trail. So that's me 31 and a bit K, nearly 32k, 5.5 hours. It's 1:45 just now. Yeah, so now I'm just going to see how far I can get. I'm hoping to get to Rakoish Bossy today. Might happen. I guess we'll see. Might get further, never know. So I did kind of forget about this little hill fort here, a little diversion off the trail. It's a steep wee pull up and you always forget about it, and it seems sort of daft because you're literally like detouring up over this wee hill just to detour back down onto the path again. But the view's pretty nice. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my legs moving again after lunchtime. Yeah, just gonna follow that post all the way back down the hill again. Aye, there we go. Alright, so I've just been over there to the Riverdown Hotel for a quick can of Coca-Cola and a packet of crisps. Got chatting to a nice guy called Liam from Australia. Aye, And now I'm just about to get to the Riverdown car park, where there is another top-up tap. I forgot about that. As you can maybe see, I'm on some nice, beautiful landy track at the moment, and that's because I have taken the high road. There's another path down there called the low road. The low road's a bit more niggly, a bit more faffy, and I've decided to cop out and take the easy option here. Because at this point in the day, I'm just trying to cover as many Ks in as little time as I can. I'm at 48.5 K now, 8.75 hours. I think I'm going to boost past Rucoish. I'm going to try and get some dinner at Inversnaid, past Riverdown already. Yeah. Only small downside of this high road is, as the name suggests, it gains quite a bit of height. So I've been doing quite a bit of climbing since I made that decision, but it's fine. I think it's the right decision. A little bit more climbing for a little bit less faff. If I keep going on at this rate, I think it'll be too early to stop at Rucoish. So I think what I'll do is boost on by, go to Inversnaid, get a bit of dinner there, and then try and scoot on up to Doonbyre, Doonbothy there. Yeah, that's the plan. Don't know if you can hear the boy racers on the other side of the loch. That's kind of a buzzkill. Yeah, they're always going to do it, aren't they? But hey, this is nice. It's super beautiful here. Sun's coming in through the trees. I'm a happy boy. Okay, so now on the slightly niggly stuff. Sorry, trying hard to talk here and it's also not falling my face. Yeah, on this kind of niggly stuff now, between Rucoish, Bothy and Inversnaid. It's a bit of a faff, so I'm going to not talk too much. I'm trying not to fall on my face. Okay, so I'm here at the Inversnaid Hotel, and I'm actually just leaving because I had my hopes set on getting a dinner here, which would have been nice, but they're not serving food till 7 o'clock, and it's only 10 to 6 at the moment. So I'm just going to trek on up the road and see how far I can get. Like, I stopped for a little minute. I just had like a can of Coke, packet of crisps and a Twix in at the hotel. But of course, like, to get into the hotel, they make you take your boots off. So now I've taken my boots off, and now I'm like struggling to actually walk again. I feel like I'm kind of limping along a wee bit here, so hopefully by moving a little bit more I can loosen my legs up and start moving a bit quicker again. Okay, so it's dark. It's not quite dark. You can maybe still see a picture on the GoPro. But it's getting near sunset, about an hour to sunset. I'm hearing the trees, it's a wee bit cloudy. And I'm on the most like brain death section of the West Highland Way. Try to turn the camera in. Sorry, I'm not looking to the camera. I'm just trying to keep going. I'm just trying to get out of this mess before it gets dark. Oh, there's a good spot for a camp over there. Someone else has obviously had the same idea. It's pretty busy out on the trail, just past a bunch of very forlorn looking people who are sad about how hard it is, and I can't blame them. Yeah, this flat bit here would be probably pretty nice. Maybe that'll do for them, maybe they'll be happy. It's been very slow going the last couple of K. It's just really niggly. This is actually great. I was just complaining about how hard it is, and now it's just like this nice short section of beautiful beautiful soft stuff. Anyway, I'm knackered. It's 62.7 K, 11 hours 53 minutes. It's just coming up for 7 PM. It's been a long old day, but hopefully some of the kilometres I've banked today might come in handy further down the trail. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so up ahead we've got Doonbothy, We've got a lovely sunset light on the hills in the background, which is nice. The only question is, will there be any room at the bothy? Okay, so I got to doing bothy, had a wee look inside, and I decided against it. The floor is pretty wet. I don't know, just because loads of people have been trudging in with wet gear over the day or whatever. But yeah, and there's some mice. And I just thought that doesn't seem like a good time, so I think I've maybe got time to just boost on up to Beinglas Farm campsite, so I'm just going to try that instead. Not ideal, but yeah, this place wasn't looking great, so yep, never mind, on we go. Okay, now it very much is getting dark. I'm surprised the GoPro will even get a picture at all. If I turn it around, you can see I've got my head torch on. I don't really need it here out in the open, but when I'm scooting back into these trees, it's been pretty handy. I'm close to Beinglas Farm now, 68.5 kilometres. Yeah, in fact it's Beinglas Farm now. Okay, good morning. I am now on my second day. Last night I managed to get to Beinglas Farm campsite. Yeah, yesterday got a little bit out of hand. Ended up doing just short of 69 kilometres. 68.8 or something like that, I can't remember now. Yeah, it was a big old day. So now I'm on to my second day. I've worked out to make it in 3 days I have to do 2 more sort of like 43, 45 kilometre days, which is cool. So the pressure's not on quite so much for the next 2 days. I actually physically don't know that I could do another day like I did yesterday. That was a bit mental, but yeah, anyway, just hoping my legs and everything loosen up a wee bit now once I get moving, because everything was feeling pretty lumpy this morning. Yeah, ankles are feeling a wee bit sore, feet are a wee bit sore, legs are everything's just a bit crap, so yeah, just gonna batter on, see how I go, and yeah. Okay, just round here we've got one of my first favourite wee landmarks of the route, the wee sheep creep under the 82, where you have to duck. So if you can see me here, I don't know. I'm just squeezing under here. Oh. It's hard work having to get your glutes down low enough when your legs are this tired. But yeah, that's cool. So now we're on the other side of the 82, heading up for what used to be known as Cowpoo Alley, but they've thankfully improved the track a bit since then. Aye. So, slight errata there. I said that little sheep creep was under the 82. I think it was underneath the railway, because this is the 82 here. Yeah, this is the 82. So I guess they're this magic big tube instead, which is thankfully a lot more generous with the headroom than the little sheep creep under the railway. Aye. Okay, so just behind me there, shrouded in the cloud, you've got Benmore and Stolbinian. Usually a beautiful view. And again down there, we can see down towards Beinghallam and towards Tyndrum. So the weather's holding dry for now. It's looking like the rain's never too far away, but it's all good. I'm just climbing up into the roller coaster section at the moment, just above Creanlarich, which is, as I remember, a kind of frustrating bit, as the name would suggest, with lots of up and lots of down and up and down and up and down. Lots of nice friendly people out today. Everyone's legs are at that sort of tired stage now. I think for most people this is into their kind of 3rd, 4th day or whatever. yeah, chatting to a few people like that. But yeah, just enjoying it. It's just really nice being out here. Okay, the 82, and it seems like it's clear for now, just about. And I'm over. God, that was quiet. Wasn't looking forward to that road crossing, but we're over in one piece. And now to head down towards Tyre, which is the spiritual halfway point of the route for me anyway. Not sure where the actual halfway point is, but certainly when I was doing the race, I considered Tyre farm to be the, like I say, the spiritual halfway. So yeah. Okay, so the site of the caravan park here means one thing, and that is that we've reached Tyndrum, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to get a bite to eat and a bit of a restock here, fill up with sweeties and rubbish mostly. Yeah, so up ahead of me in the distance there, that is Beinglas. Lovely big pointy hill. You just can't quite see the top of it at the moment because of the cloud, but that's okay. We can see it just enough. We can still see it's a beautiful hill. Had a stop for lunch in Tyndrum, stopped at the Real Food Cafe for a wee burger and chips. Canny beat some health food. Filled up on Haribos and chocolate bars, mostly at the Brody's shop. And yeah, just trucking on. Okay, so now you can really see Beinglas. And I also totally forgot that I was about to do a little video update just when I rammed my face full of Tang Fastrix. So that's why I look like a hamster on this side, full of sweeties. I've just passed 25k, which I think should be at least my halfway mark for today. And I'm just coming up for 5 hours as well. So I'm pacing the way I would want to be. On for 50k in 10 hours, which would be what I wanted, including my lunch stop and everything, so that's all worked out quite nicely. But anyway, enough of my rubbish. Here's more Beinglas beauty shots for you. Alright, so update at the moment, it's 10 to 2. I've just passed 30 kilometres and I'm just coming into Bridge of Orchy. Well, I say I'm just coming in, I can see it at least. I can almost smell it. Yeah, you can maybe see Glen Orchy down there behind me. You can see some wee sheep looking a bit confused. Hello. Yeah, weather's still good, still dry. It was forecast to rain this afternoon, so yeah, all that cloud down there doesn't look that promising. So, well, the wind is behind me, and it sort of seems, I don't know. I'll stay optimistic, but yeah, the forecast was for a bit of rain this afternoon. So we'll see. Okay, it is Bridge of Orchy. I think I've done this the wrong way. Yes, I definitely did. Underneath Bridge of Orchy railway station here, and then down into the Bridge of Orchy hotel. There we go. I don't think we get more Scotland than that. Just casually walking down the road and you just see a guy getting his pipes warmed up. Cool. I'm not going to bother stopping in the hotel. I'm sure it would be nice, but I'm going to try and push on over the hill, over Jelly Baby Hill up in the background there, and head over to Inveroran. Alright, ahead of me here is Jelly Baby Hill. So called because during the West Highland Way race, a nice man stands at the top and hands people jelly babies. No such luxuries today. but it's all good. I've got some jelly babies in my bag, and I might eat some just to celebrate the occasion. Now I think this is pretty much dead on the 100k mark, which again is a nice little landmark to get through. But yeah, I'm going to be heading over that way, up onto Rannochmoor soon, so I'll not be hanging around for too long, as tempting as it is to just stop and take in the very nice view from up here. Well, I'm pretty sad. I just got to Inveroran there. I did manage to fill up my water bottle, so that was all good. But the wee shop was shut, so no ice cream for me. Man, I was really looking forward to that as well. Just the little simple pleasures that you start kind of talking yourself into that you need. But well, that's me just past 36 kilometres as if on cue. Gonna try and head over Rannochmoor now. Probably a couple of hours of fairly hard graft, I think. Yeah, gonna try and get to Glencoe for dinner, and then maybe Kingshouse for a camp tonight. I'll just see how it's all looking. Alright, so I'm now cuddling my rucksack, sitting in the lee of this little boulder here. I'm now just over 45k in. It's 5 to 5. I'm very tired, and I just want to get to Glencoe. Man, this stretch across Rannoch, it's sort of nice. Like, I love it up here. It's like just the most beautiful place. But the going is actually really hard. It seems like it should be straightforward because the track isn't like, you know, it's like kind of double track that you could drive a Land Rover up, but it's like super bumpy and very hard. It's very tough on your feet. Everything's tough up here, so I shouldn't complain. I should stop moaning and making excuses. Man, I am pooped. I've been singing lots of silly songs to myself to keep me going. It's getting to that kind of stage, you know, where you don't care who hears you. You're just singing all kinds of total made up rubbish to keep your brain occupied. Oh, the one thing I did forget to mention, I mean, I didn't do any recordings for a wee while because my GoPro battery died and I couldn't really be bothered changing it over. But I got a flyby from 3 very low flying F-18s. And that was pretty cool. It's not often you see low flying fighter jets these days anymore. You used to see them all the time. You used to see Tornadoes and Harriers all the time out in the Highlands and that, but yeah, I think in the last few years all I've really seen at low level has been like A400s and Hercules. Yeah, pretty cool to see some fighters. I don't know, like I said, I'm like a total pacifist. I'm generally anti-war. Like, war's a bad thing, it's just rubbish, but man, I love aeroplanes. And there's just something very cool about seeing like a couple of F-18s go over you so low that you could like pretty much see the pilot's face. It was very cool. And obviously I waved, they didn't wave back. They're obviously busy trying not to fly their planes into the mountains and that, but yeah, it was still cool. I sort of enjoyed that. So behind me here, we have the beautiful big expanse of Rannochmoor, one of my favourite places in the whole country, and possibly even world. It's this just big magic empty space, this kind of like, I say empty space, that's a gross oversimplification. It's a really important kind of wildlife habitat, there's lots of peat and stuff living there. Yeah, I don't want to get into that narrative of Scotland being just a big empty place full of fuck all, because it's not. It might look it, but it's actually really interesting, really cool place, Rannochmoor. I like it. But ahead of me, the view I've all been waiting for all day, I can see the buchel. So you can see that big lump over there in the left hand side of the frame. That's Buchel out of Moor, big cheesy mountain, and that's means I'm getting pretty close to the Gunco Ski Centre. So that's a very good sign. That's exciting me. Okay, so that's me just approaching the ski centre now. I'm really glad they've driven a brand new path through here. This wee path was always a bit sketchy, so I'm glad they've kind of motorwayed it now, which is great. Still a nice view of the Buchel. And I'm going to nip up the top there to the wee ski centre cafe and see if I can get some dinner, because man, I am starving. Okay, so I've had my dinner, been in the wee Gunco cafe there, had a pretty decent chili con carne and rice, and now I'm just about to head down to get to my camp for the night, which is, you might be able to see it around there, down those little pack of trees in the distance. It's the Kingshouse Hotel. I'm just going to camp down there somewhere. I know I've still maybe got like, I don't know, maybe about an hour's worth of usable daylight left or something. But I don't think I have the legs to take me any further than the Kingshouse Hotel. So that's where I'm going to go. Good morning, everybody. I am just leaving the Kingshouse Hotel. It's now Wednesday morning, day 3 of my West Highland Way. You can see I've got Buchel of Moor up there in the foreground distance. I can't use words yet, too early. It is just before 6:45 in the morning, and I've decided to try and get on my way a bit earlier today. It's meant to be raining today. It was meant to be raining already this morning. It said the rain would start about 5-6 o'clock, but thankfully I managed to get away with my tent fairly dry. Yeah, so I'm just going to bash on over to Fort William, see if I can get a train home tonight. We'll just see how it goes. Last night I had a better sleep than the night before, but not too bad. You know, it wasn't like luxury and Hilton level bedding, but it was fine. It is what it is. It's camping in it. But yeah, my body's feeling pretty good this morning. Apart from my feet and my ankles are feeling a bit duff. But liberal application of Sudocrem last night sorted out a few wee irritations and niggles, so that's good. So yeah, this morning's plan's just to get on and get after it. I didn't film back there at the camp spot. It's not exactly a campsite as such, but there's a wee bit at the back of the King's House where they let you camp. So I was camping there, so I didn't want to chat there this morning because there was a lot of people still in their beds. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Okay, so I've got Buchel Beg over there on the left, and this little kind of archway and bridge here, which means it's the moment we've absolutely not been waiting for. It's the start of the Devil's Staircase. There we go, you can see the sign there. And it basically just means going up there somewhere. I know what I've got coming. It's just a lot of climbing. So now I've just got to get it done. Probably be a lot of swearing, but that's half the fun, isn't it? Gaining a little bit of height now, just taking a breather. I'm just at 420 metres just now. I think I've got to get to 550-ish over the top. Yeah, it's kicking my bum a wee bit. My legs are not as bouncy and fresh as they were a couple of days ago. The only way now, as the song says, is up. Well, that's me up at 483 metres now, just gaining all the height. Just had a very cool little moment, stopped for a little breather there, and watched the whole lot of crows mobbing what is probably a golden eagle. The crows are all above me just now, probably smell the carcass, and the eagles disappeared away over that way. That was cool. This is what I love about this route in this place, like, you just see things like that, eagles and wildlife, and had some guys sort of disturb me last night just as I was about to go to bed because there was a deer outside my tent as well. They were all very excited about that. I think they were maybe Dutch guys, and And for me, it was just like, hi, just a little semi-domesticated Kingshouse deer out foraging for chips or whatever it could find. Aye. Okay, so I can see a wee cairn up there. My elevation on my watch is about 550 metres, which means I've more or less just completed the Devil's Staircase. That's a good feeling. That wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Although, top tip, the Devil's Staircase, in my opinion, isn't the worst climb on the route. Might be the biggest. I always think the climb out of Kinlochleven and the Larigmore is probably the worst climb for me. Anyway, that's that one done. That's a big part of my kind of like obstacles for the day ticked off. So I am quite happy. Normally my favourite thing about getting over here is that once you get over the top of this wee ridge, as you can see, you've got this cairn which someone has planted a wee high-vis orange flag on. Is that normally you get a cracking big view across the moors, which unfortunately we don't quite have to do. But it's fine. I'm not so worried about the view. I'm just happy that I made it here. Yeah, good. So now I've just got a nice wee kind of traverse along the side of the hill here, and then I just need to drop down at Kinlochleven, where I'm going to get a wee resupply and we get something to eat. Okay, you might have noticed I've gone for a bit of a Mariah Carey style costume change. That'll be the rain started. I mean, to be fair, it's not bad, it's only 8:30. I think they said it was supposed to start raining at like 5, 6 o'clock this morning, so thankfully that didn't happen. Managed to get my tent away mostly dry. Managed to get over the staircase. But yeah, it's not too bad at the moment, it's just kind of like pitter-pattery rain, but definitely enough that I want to stick the Gore-Tex on because it looks like it's kind of behind me over there where the wind's coming from. It looks pretty scummy. So yeah, maybe not so much video recording over the next wee while. I'll just maybe stick the camera away in my bag and just power through this. Hi, so that's me in Kinlochleven. Just stopped here to have a bit of breakfast. Grabbed a couple of bacon rolls out of the Leave and Bite cafe. It was no bad, pretty good. So that's me kind of filled up my water bottles, taken on a bit of scran, done all the things I need to do. And now I just need to push on the last section over to Fort William. So the rain has kind of paused for a little bit. I'm sure it'll be back on in no time. But I've got the full Gore-Tex on now. Trousers and jacket. Got the hat on, even had the gloves on for a wee while. Yeah, so yeah, enjoying it while the going's dry just now. Just walking through Kinlochleven. No, I've got to make that big climb out up to the Larigmore, and I know the Larigmore's going to be quite tricky, but that's why we do these things. If it was easy, I don't know, it'd be easy. Anyway. And another classic, very Scottish thing seen on the West Highland Way. There's just a wee deer walking through the middle of Kinlochleven, strolling along. Just a bit of a tourist trap for people like me, I guess. Alright, so got the Papa Glencoe in the distance and the hill in the foreground I can't remember the name of. But that's me just climbed up out of Kinlochleven, out that big stinky climb, and now I'm into the Larigmore. I know it's not completely just easy from here. I know there's still a wee bit up and down in the Larigmore. I'll remember that one all too fondly, I guess. Yeah, that's another big milestone ticked off. And I'm just going to keep on cranking along to Fort William. So now I am just short of Milngavie. You can see maybe over there, that's Milngavie, the little settlement itself. I'm just stopping for the snack of champions, having a wee Twix. They're just stopping for a wee rest, giving my feet and my legs a wee bit of a chance to catch up with me, having a quality bit of fueling, and then yeah, hopefully should be in Fort William in good time to catch a train home. Alright, so I'm in the final stretch now. Come out of Milngavie, dipping down into the wee woods here. Yeah, this wee kind of frustrating bit to get to the finish. You can almost smell the finish from here, but yeah, it just feels like it's close and far away at the same time. Yeah, I've been chatting to a lot of people in the last wee stretch. I think everyone kind of bunches up for lunch around about Milngavie, but yeah, people are either super jolly in very high spirits, or sort of like a bit sad and down and just want it to be over. But yeah, generally good vibes. It's nice. Okay, so I'm not sure how well this will pick up on the GoPro. It's a very wide angle lens, but down there, those wee white spots you can see in the distance, that is Fort William, or part of it anyway. Yeah, Fort William and stuff. I'm now on the descent into Glen Nevis, which is nice. Like I say, I do remember this bit sort of going on a little bit, but yeah, you can sort of like, you can see Fort William for quite a long time before you actually get there. But I'm happy, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Been going for just short of 7.5 hours, just short of 34k, and it's all good. My feet are hurting, but my legs aren't too battered considering where I thought they might be by now. That might change once I stop in for a pizza and a pint of beer, and then might not be able to get back up again when I get to Fort William. But yeah, we're well on the way now, which is good. It's a nice feeling. Again, I've just been chatting to millions of really, really lovely people. There's been loads of good folk out along the trail. Got chatting to a guy from Ardrossan, chatting to a nice Kiwi guy. I don't know if I said that already, I can't remember what I've said. It's all just a big blur, and then sort of turned into sort of weird hallucination by now. But aye, happy days. Alright, so the last wee stretch out of Glen Nevis is done, and now I'm in Fort William, which means I've not got far to go to the finish line, just up the high street, and then I get to sit with a bronze casting of Tom Weir and have a nice relax and sit down. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so that's me done, finito. I've reached the wee end bit. I've had my selfie with Tom Weir, and now my next priority is to go in there to the Black Ale Bar for a pizza and a pint. It's been a big old shift. That's finished in 3 days. My watch is just finishing just now, so let's see where I'm at. Yeah, 3 days, big days, sore legs, but a nice time, generally pretty fun. So yeah. Hi.